Hi, this is the Chapter 5 video response. So for question number 1, some words that were said to me when I was 16 by another friend of mine who was 17 was that you cannot make everyone happy. And he said those words to me because I was having trouble with my friends and my boyfriend at the time. There was just a lot of conflict, a lot of clashing, and it stressed me out because I felt like I had to choose either between my friends or my boyfriend. So that statement and those words definitely influenced my past and present thoughts and behaviors because it was just very impactful at that time in my life, and I've continued to use that throughout my life and throughout other situations that I've had to deal with. As soon as he said those words, it just kind of clicked for me. I stopped trying to make everyone happy, literally and instantaneously. The denotation for the word happy is being glad or having pleasure in your life. But the connotation for me personally was that I could work on myself and my own life and worry about what makes me happy instead of everyone else. It definitely helped me be stress-free. I was putting myself first and thinking about myself, so in turn, I was the happy one instead of worrying about everybody else being happy or not. And to an extent, it was selfish, but when you're young and you're trying to figure out your life and grow as an individual, it's important that you are selfish to an extent. And it worked out great while I was young and single, and after high school, me and that same boyfriend did not stay together, but I grew up and did my own thing, and I was still living by that saying and that quote that I'm not going to stress myself out over making other people feel a certain way. That's not my responsibility. My responsibility is myself. Now, when I got married, that was very hard to live by because I now had to compromise and I had to think about somebody else's feelings and I had to put myself in that position. It was very difficult for me, and it was really hard for me to get back into that mindset to where I couldn't always be selfish. That's where the principle of cooperation came in, where both me and my husband at the time had to take each other into consideration. And we both had to take each other into consideration and take the time to make sure the other person understood what the other one was saying. Now that we are divorced and we have 2 children, we're co-parenting together. An important thing that we need to maintain and use is the principle of peaceful relations. For the sake of the children, we need to remain peaceful and calm and continue to understand one another and make sure that the other one understands that we're relaying our message as well as we can. Another important thing for co-parents who are not together is the principle of face saving, and that's very important to both of us. I will never bad talk my ex-husband to my children, and he will never do that to me. We're actually very good at supporting one another when it comes to the kids. So that's my conclusion for Chapter 5.